Okay. Hello. Welcome to something new. Starting a new game tonight. Um I know Waffles, you were really excited for this game. You right?
I have dreamt about this every single night since the day of my birth.
Yep, this sounds about right. No, I literally haven't even told him what this is. Uh so I want to give a little brief explanation of what this is for anyone who might not be aware. So we are going to start playing. Just knocked over my water bottle. We're going to start playing Famicom Detective Club: The Missing Heir. So this is the first game in a series of mystery, adventure game, visual novel type games. This is a remake that came out in 2021. The original game was released in, I guess, 1988. The copyright at the bottom is to be believed. For the Famicom, which is the Japanese equivalent of the Nintendo Entertainment System. There were two of these games released on the Famicom in Japan in the 80s, and the first time we ever got any version of these games was these remakes on the Switch back in 2021. Now, just earlier this year, just a couple months ago, they actually released a new entry in the series, first one in like 35-ish years. So there are now 3 of these. Technically, there's another one that like got a limited release in Japan back on the Super Nintendo, but there's really 3 that we have access to. But they're very cool. These are a lot of stuff that is in these games can be seen in a lot of later mystery adventure games, like Ace Attorney definitely has some inspiration from here, and some of those other games. So that'll be really cool to look at and see. And yeah, with that said, we can get into it. I have actually played this game. I played this game not too long ago. I didn't think we were gonna stream it just because there were other stuff we wanted to stream, but here we are. Just kind of ended up moving stuff around. So I've only played this one, so if and when we get to the other 2 games, they will be new to me. But yeah, let's jump into this. This is a work of fiction. Any similarity to actual persons, locations, or groups is purely coincidental. Also for the record, this game is voice acted, but in Japanese. So I will actually, I don't know if I have settings yet. Okay, yeah. I will probably turn that volume on the voices down quite a bit, so we can talk over them. Them to be slightly audible, so you can kind of get a feel for what people sound like, and like what we've done with the previous games. And yeah, so. Hey kid, are you okay? What happened? Can you hear me? I hear someone's voice. Oh, thank goodness, you're awake. Are you okay? What's going on? Where am I? Who am I? I can't remember anything. You don't remember anything? No, I don't. Who am I? Also, for the record, I know I took both characters off the bat. You will get your chance, Waffles. I just
Will I now? Are you
will.
sure about that?
Yes, I just figured these 2. Well, obviously, I'm gonna play the protagonist. I just figured this character, I wanted to take him myself just because of it. It'll make sense. Actually, I don't think about it. Maybe it would make more sense for you to take him.
It's up to you.
There's gonna be plenty of other characters. This isn't like the most major character. we're not going to see him too much, but yeah, I'll stick with him for now.
All right. Yeah. No
Yeah,
problem.
you'll get other more prominent characters. I already know one very prominent character I'm going to give you. Okay. When I woke up again, I found myself in a room with the man who had saved me. That was pretty rough. I hope you're feeling a little better. I'm Amachi. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, and thanks for saving me. Oh, don't mention it. I did what anyone would have done. I live alone, so make yourself at home. Okay, so, where did you find me? I passed by Unakami Cliff. You were out cold on the grass by the side of the street. Seems like you fell from the cliff right into the bushes and landed on the grass. The other side was the sea. Not too many people passed by there, so you got lucky, kid. Yeah, I guess I did. Thank you so much. I just did what needed to be done. Do you remember anything yet? No, nothing. I see. Hey, don't sweat it. I'm sure you'll come across something that'll remind you of your past soon enough. By the way, you're in Osada City. Does that ring a bell at all? No, not really. Okay, so here is kind of the major mechanic of this game. I guess kind of in similar fashion to Ace Attorney, you're kind of going around different locations, and you have this menu where you can choose different dialogue options, things that ask people, or you can kind of do a look around and examine things. Which, yeah, very similar to what you kind of do in Ace Attorney, but I think it's a little more... It's not always super obvious what specifically to do in this game. It's a little more obtuse sometimes, but yeah. So let's see. Yeah, the one thing that I think this game has over Ace Attorney in that regard is just that usually you don't have nearly as many options. Whenever we get lost in Ace Attorney, and it's just like, okay, there's 8 different places I can go and 7 different people I can talk to and 9 different pieces of evidence I have to try to show each and every one. Usually you don't have that many choices to go through, so it's not that hard to just like, okay, I'm just going to run through everything until something changes.
Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, and that's, I mean, right now, that's all we can do is just run through the options. Okay, so I'm going to ask him about himself. I'm happy to help if you ever need me, so come back anytime. Okay, let's ask him about me. Seems like you fell from the cliff right into the bushes and landed on the grass. Okay, let's look at my body. My head is killing me. You think I injured it in the fall? I would think so. No wonder you can't remember anything. Hopefully going back there will help to jog your memory. Okay, now we have the option. You see it's yellow, which means it's like, okay, you should do this. It's telling us that. But I'm going to try this. I can't remember anything. Okay, and then we can travel. Let's go to the accident site. I think I'll head back to the cliff to check it out. You sure? Just take it easy out there. Need anything at all, just let me know. Happy to help. Thank you very much, Mr. Amachi. I'll be going now. So, this is where Amachi found me. Hear the distant sound of the waves. Okay. Let's go to the exit site. Amachi said he found me around here. Looks like I fell from the top of this cliff. Pretty desolate place. All I can hear are the waves. Huh. Did I hear something? Let's... Now, when we pick that option, we can actually, like, look around and click on things. So, it's a patch of land with no grass. I wonder if the wind from the ocean's affecting it. Seems like the grass is about 4 to 5 meters from the top of the cliff. Some of this is just going to be extra stuff, but... Supposedly this place is called Unakami. But the boat? The boat. Seems close, but also far away. My depth perception is all. In the sky. Pretty view. Nothing super useful there. Let me That's where Monty found and rescued me. Okay. Oh, there's a person. Is that someone's voice? Okay, let me get her. Huh. Is that a girl yelling? Is she calling for me? I'll try going over there. You can be her if you want.
Hey, where the heck did you go? You just disappeared. I was so worried.
You were worried about me? Do we know each other?
Huh? What are you talking about? You're joking. You better stop it right now.
Okay, let's talk to this person. So, what's your name?
What kind of joke is this? I'm Ayumi Tachibana. We work together at the Utsugi Detective Agency.
Okay, so here's a fun little thing. I don't know how many people would remember this, but back in Super Smash Bros. Melee, Nintendo GameCube, this girl actually has a trophy in the game. And it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, from Famicom Detective Club, Japanese only. Obviously, most Americans playing the game wouldn't have known who the fuck this was, but here we go.
I knew the entire time, man. Like I said, I've been waiting to play this game, you know?
Yeah,
Know what
you
I
got
mean?
that trophy. You like 12-year-old Waffles got that trophy in Super Smash Brothers. Was like, I can't wait. I bet in like 20 years this game will get a remake on the Switch. It'll be great.
That's exactly
Yeah.
how it went down.
So that's a really funny thing. So this is one thing where like when this came out and I heard the character name, I'm like, why does that name sound super fucking familiar? And yeah, that's why. Ayumi, I'm sorry, I just can't remember.
What do you mean you can't remember?
Well,
What? You have amnesia?
okay, I guess I have amnesia. That's fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, thank
that's pretty-
God. Forget about me then.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm finally free of this asshole. You seem to know me, so maybe you can help remind me.
Wow, okay, but before I do, tell me how you lost your memory. I can't remember.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know the details. I just woke up. I mean, if I woke up, that means I must have fallen asleep, right? And if I fell asleep,
You fell from there onto that grassy area and blacked out. Lucky it wasn't the other side. You'd have been done for. Okay, just follow me to the office.
office.
We'll talk there.
Just follow me to the dungeon. I mean, office. So this is Utsugi Detective Agency.
You really don't remember anything, huh? Let's just get you inside. This is Detective Utsugi's office, where we work. He's out on a business trip and won't be back for a while.
Okay, so who is this Detective Utsugi?
He's the head of this detective agency. You were his assistant.
Me? So weird. I don't remember that. I think I would know if I was a detective. I would be able to detective that information. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like it's not like you'd have a little pin or something like
That's
that. You know,
true.
a little
Like a little
medallion.
badge that maybe kind
Yeah,
of
a
looks
little
like an
badge.
asshole.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, only if you're a lawyer, that's when you have one.
That's true.
I see.
Okay, let's try to remember. I can't remember anything. Okay, that is okay. It's asked about the office.
I read. Yeah,
You
it's
already
in
read
the
this one.
same
Okay,
line.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
a repeat.
yeah, yeah. If they ever happen, just let me know. Because sometimes if you're reading the line, it's not always going to be like, Sometimes I'm thinking about other fun things. I don't need to. I'm not paying attention to your fucking lines. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Fine.
Sometimes it'll happen because a lot of these times it'll just like we'll be going through just like the options, just being like, okay, what's new, what's old, and sometimes it'll just be like, okay, this is the same line, skip it. This same line, skip it. That might happen a lot. So just if there's a line like that, just let me know. Like, yeah, I read this. Okay, next.
Gotcha. All right. I heard you
Okay.
met Detective Utsugi around the time you were in junior high. You met the detective in this town while searching for your long lost parents.
What? I was looking for my parents.
I don't know all the details, but that's what I heard. In fact, you're still searching for them.
I forgot that's how this started off.
Well, you can't search for parents who you don't even remember having.
Yeah, it's like,
'Cause
well,
you don't
I don't
remember
even remember
everything.
having
Anything.
parents, so they might
Yeah.
as well be gone. Yeah. Why were you at the cliff?
I was searching for your dead body. I mean, you called and said you were going to meet someone there. I was waiting for you to call me back, but you never did, so I got worried.
I was going to meet up with someone.
That's what you said, but you left this behind, so I was able to figure out where you were.
It says Myojin Village and Dayashiro.
You wrote this before you left, right?
If this is something I wrote, maybe it'll trigger a memory for me. Alright, I should head to Myojin Village.
Wait, what's the point? If you can't remember your own name, surely there's nothing you could do, right? See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Come on, think. Try to remember.
Well, you're right, I can't remember my own name. I guess I should just fuck off and do whatever I want for a while.
Exactly.
Gross checks if save data already exists. We do not have save data for that one. So for the record, the second game is actually a prequel to this game, which I guess is why it checks. I think it might just be checking for your name because you pick your character name. So we pick a custom name. Oh wow, it remembered what I put in last time. Huge surprise.
Well, what are you gonna do this time?
I don't know. What do you want to do? Yeah, it's huge surprise. Last time I just picked Shuichi from V3.
Monokuma?
Oh my god, that would be an awful name for a detective. Is that what you want to do?
That? Crap, I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name from Ace Attorney. The main detective.
Oh, Gumshoe?
Gumshoe, yes.
Oh yeah, that's really funny. That's actually a good idea. We could be Dick Gumshoe.
There you go. This is the backstory of Gumshoe.
Did I have extra space in there? Okay, hold on. We'll see. We'll see if it even lets us do this. I know. Okay, cool.
Gumshoe. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, wait, I remember now.
There you go.
Hey, Gumshoe, that's it. That's my name. Okay, I don't know if I want to do that voice for
No, I mean, you can do whatever voice you want. You can even do a Russian accent voice like I did.
Oh, no. I'm not gonna, I don't want to attempt that. Ayumi, I'm gonna head to Myojin Village.
All right, just be careful.
Yes, we're back on murder mystery type stuff. We had a fun little break away with paper crafts, and now we're back to the real shit. We'll probably do more RPGs and stuff too, though. That was like a fun little thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just unfortunately, so many of them. If so many of them are so fucking long, they're hard for us to do.
Yeah.
Hey, there's the name of the game. Chapter 1, the Ayashiro family. Oh, yeah. That's fun. Yeah, Waffles, I don't know if you were looking at chat, but...
Ooh, nice. That's cool.
A few hours later, I arrived at Myojin Station. The cliff I fell from is located between Myojin Village and Osado City, where Amachi's apartment is. Have I ever been here before? Now let's talk to the clerk. Excuse me. Station clerk sounds like a good fit for you.
You know, I did not hear what he sounded like.
He just sounds like a dude.
Yes, can I help you?
Yeah, perfect. I just have a few questions. Do you have a minute?
Oh, sure. Okay, now I heard him.
Yeah,
I'm still sticking with it. I'm sticking with it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Theater of the mind, man.
I mean, it's true, yeah. I have fun with it, man.
I don't know that name.
Okay, doesn't know anything about Amachi. Talk about Ayashiro. Does the word Ayashiro mean anything to you?
Ayashiro? You mean the Ayashiro family? You see over there? That mansion at the foot of Myojin Mountain belongs to the Ayashiros.
That's a big mansion, all right.
I've seen bigger.
That's true. Also, the fact that we named our character Dick as a result of naming him Dick Gumshoe is kind of a little unfortunate. That's what's showing up in the text box every time.
Man, you should have called him Rick. My name's not Rick.
What's this village like?
As you can tell, it's a quiet place. However, it is known in part for its ancient traditions and strange legends. If you want to know more, I suggest talking to some of the villagers.
What's there to know about the Ayashiro family?
The Ayashiros ruled this land during the Sengoku period. Nowadays, they're known as one of Japan's richest families.
Have I visited that place before? Ask him if he knows anything about us.
Wait a sec. Now that I think about it, you have visited this village before.
What? Okay. Thank you.
Oh, no problem at all. Take care.
So we will be heading to the Ayashiro residence now. Ayashiro family. This must be the family I wrote down on the note. This is the Ayashiro residence. See if anyone's home and willing to talk. Excuse me. Yeah, this is the guy I was thinking about earlier. This is someone we'll be talking to a lot, so it'll make sense for you to be this guy.
Gotcha. Yes.
Is he a butler? Certainly dressed the part.
Oh, Sir Gumshoe, where did you go? I was worried about you.
Well, you know, I can't really afford the car, so on my salary. Huh?
Please, come in, come in. I like the animation style.
Yeah, it's really nice. Obviously, the original version didn't look anything like this because, you know, Famicom. But this is a really nice, like, modern update for it.
Yeah.
He seems to know me.
So, tell me, what did you find out?
I'm sorry, but do I know you?
What? Sir, what are you talking about?
Well, you see,
What? Memory loss? You mean you've forgotten about the investigation I requested? Do you even remember my name?
What? Investigation?
Sir Gumshoe, listen to me carefully.
It's so great, that's what he's gonna call him this whole time.
You came here last week and accepted my request for an investigation. I asked you to look into the recent death of Kiku Ayashiro, the late head of this mansion. Please, remember.
What?
The doctor deemed it to be heart failure. I find that rather hard to accept.
So, are you suggesting that someone...
Well, I invited you to this mansion to get to the bottom of that very question. Who would have thought you, of all people, would lose their memory? Right after I shared my suspicions, I believe you received a phone call from someone, Sir Gumshoe. After the phone call, you rushed out, saying you might be able to obtain crucial information. Remember?
What? Okay.
Mistress Kiku was Ayashiro's corporation's chairwoman, but her heart was getting weak. She was 78 after all. So she wrote a will, but the night she shared it with her family, she suddenly died in her bedroom. Any of this ring a bell for you?
Okay. What do you know about me?
You are Sir Gumshoe of Utsugi Detective Agency. I've commissioned you for an investigation.
Okay.
Nothing particular.
Okay, let's try to remember. That's right, I did accept the request here. I remember now. And you're Zenzo.
Ah, you remember. I'm so glad I took the risk and told you.
Okay, instruction. Important notes are saved in the notepad automatically. If you want to look at the notepad screen, it's the plus button during the gameplay to display the menu screen look at a notepad and press A button to view investigation notes. E button to return to the main screen. Yeah, so if we can, I don't know how much we're going to be doing this, but like, yeah, it takes, so we have key terms. These are things we haven't like looked through yet in the notebook. I like did not use this at all while I was playing. But like, it's in case you forget certain things, you can kind of go through here and like take note of all the different details. I use it a little bit towards the end, but
makes sense. You know, it's nice to have a little encyclopedia of info just in case.
Sure, for sure. Talk about the well. Can you tell me the contents of Miss Kiku's well?
Well, only her relatives were present during the reading of the will, so I'm afraid not.
I see. Which relatives were present?
That would be Mistress Kiku's two nephews, Kanji and Jiro, along with her niece, Azusa Kasuga.
No children or grandchildren, but her nephews and niece? Seems a little odd. Okay, let's remember now, except for commission here, so I did visit this mansion. Okay. That's not what let's ask about Kiku again. Okay. See that. She wrote a will. Apparently she suddenly died in her bedroom. I'm pretty sure you read that already.
Yeah. As I mentioned, I feel like there was something rather suspicious regarding Mistress Kiku's death.
Okay, so for investigation. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I'm just like, okay, I'm just running through shit now. In particular. For the will again. Okay. Return the reading of the will, so I'm afraid not. I'll ask my relatives again. That's what I wanted me to do. But yes. Can you tell me a little more about the relatives? Yes. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's just like sometimes it's just like, okay, they really wanted to ask follow up with this thing, but sometimes you're just like, well, I asked about that, so let me ask about this. It's like, oh, crap, I was just supposed to keep following up on that.
Yeah.
So, it happens, but yeah, it usually doesn't take too long to figure it out. Can you tell me a little bit more about the relatives?
Sir Kanji is the eldest of the three siblings. He is the current CEO of Ayashiro Corporation. The youngest of the three is Sir Jiro. He's the managing director of Ayashiro Corporation. And Lady Azusa, who married into the Kasuga family, is the middle child.
Okay. Well, okay. Maybe that's again. I see. Do they all live here? Yeah, I just wanted me to keep asking about the relatives.
Yeah.
How dare I stray?
Yeah, I feel like then it should have, like, if you need to choose the same option, I feel like it should just continue the dialogue. I feel like that would make more sense.
It should. That's something that I feel like is maybe just a restriction from like the time this game originally was made. But yeah, it is what it is.
No, they only gathered here on that fateful day. However, Lady Azusa says that she'll be staying here for a little while. She isn't home at the moment, though.
I'd like to speak with them.
Well, as I said, they're not around at the moment. I would be happy to introduce you later.
Yes, please do.
Sir Gumshoe, I don't know if this will be of much help, but before you speak with the others, would you like to see Mistress Kiku's bedroom?
Yes, I think that would be very helpful. Let's go to the bedroom.
I'll show you in. Please, please follow me. This is Mistress Kiku's bedroom. Mistress Kiku passed away on her bed in this room.
So let's look around. I should hear from Zenzo a little bit before. Okay, so never mind. We'll talk first. Let's ask him about Amachi for some reason.
I don't know.
Yeah, because why would he? Okay, family. Is there anyone else who lives here, Mr. Senzo?
There's a housekeeper named Akane. It's just the two of us now. Akane was the first person to discover Mistress Kiku's body.
Akane was the first to discover Kiku's body, huh? I'd love to talk to Miss Akane.
Unfortunately, she's out at the moment. I'm sure she'll return soon.
Okay. Yeah, let's ask about Akane.
Akane was the person who discovered Mistress Kiku's body.
Okay, let's... She's out at the moment. Okay. Yeah. Cause of death.
Dr. Kumada was certain it was heart failure.
Dr. Kumada? Who's Dr. Kumada?
Dr. Kumada is Mistress Kiku's regular doctor. He's also the only doctor in this village. He runs Kumada Clinic, a village hospital.
You know, it's kind of funny to think about how, like, you have this big, like, rich corporate family, and they just share a doctor with the rest of the village.
Yeah.
That's just not...
Like, how good can that doctor really be?
Not even that. It's just kind of funny to think about that, because just, like, thinking about the way our society is, it's like, yeah, all these rich people have their own private doctors and stuff, you would think, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the most I can get out of Senzo for now.
Sir Gumshoe, why don't you pay a visit to Dr. Kumada?
Sure thing. I'll do that. Okay. I'm gonna call him from here. I'm just gonna call out to him. It'd be too much to ask him to come here. I should visit the clinic myself. Mr. Zenzo, can you tell me where Kumada Clinic is?
Understood.
Okay, now we head to the clinic. So this is Kumada Clinic. It looks like a pretty old hospital. Hello? Yes, can I help you? Yes, but I'm not a patient. I'm just here to speak to Dr. Kumada. Might you be the detective? Please, can we have some privacy? Of course, Doctor. So fuck. Well, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Kumada. It's nice to meet you. Likewise, my name is Dick. From Tsugi Detective Agency. I'm conducting an investigation on behalf of Mr. Zenzo. Yes, I know, I'm a very mature adult. Let's see. We actually look around here. I don't think there's any use to doing it, but let's talk to him first. I received a call from the Ayashiro family's butler. He said you had something you want to ask me? Okay. I'm going to ask you something, just to confirm. This Kiku's cause of death was heart failure, right? Exactly, heart failure. Having said that, though, I didn't think her heart was in such a bad condition that it would give out so suddenly. Well, considering the timing, I don't blame the butler for having his suspicions. Anything more on that? It's heart failure, okay. Do you know anything about her will? No, I'm just her physician, nothing more. Can you imagine passing away on the very night of announcing your will? Uncanny.
Well, let me ask you this: how much did they pay you to say it was heart failure? $50,000. I mean, they did.
Oh, they paid me so much, you wouldn't even believe it. I don't know what Zenzo told you, but he's overreacting. Miss Kiku passed away due to medical complications. Okay, let's... Remember anything? No. Let's... Okay, Kamada... It's Kamada, the only doctor in Yojin Village. Let's look around a bit, then. Sometimes I get emergency patients, so I have a phone here. I can't have you snooping around. These are private clinical records of my patients. Whoa, it's a picture of a skeleton. It's just an X-ray image, silly. It's like a map for a medical institution. Let's see. So you ask for patient stuff. Yeah, I don't think there's anything too much value here. Oh, you know what? Hold on. You're tired. Sleep somewhere else. Curtain swallows, probably because we're in a hospital. Doesn't look very comfortable. Let's see. Let's run through stuff. Oh, speaking of the Ayashiro family, Asusa Kazuga has a sore throat and is actually here right now. Asusa Kazuga, Iku's niece. I'd better talk to her. Let's talk to Asusa. May I speak with Asusa Kazuga? No need for my permission, ask her. I'm trying to think if I want to do this one or not.
To you.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm Asusa Kazuga. Yeah. It's such like a tongue twister. I don't know why. The Z's and the S's keep blending together. Nice to meet you. I'm Dick from Mitsugi Detective Agency. I'd just like to ask. I'm gonna stop. So you're the detective that Zenzo hired? Sure. Did you notice anything suspicious surrounding the Ayashiro residence recently? It's not like I lived there, so I wouldn't know. My big brother and Jiro came out to hear the will. On the night the will was announced, the three of us stayed at the mansion. This doesn't happen every day. So everyone was at the mansion on the night Miss Kiku passed away. What's your problem? Are you insinuating that one of us did something wrong? You have to be kidding me. Okay, chill. My aunt. She was the head of the family and the chairwoman of our corporation. Now she's in the grave. The timing was a little odd. I mean, she died the very night that she announced her will. I'd like to ask you about the contents of the will. You want me to tell you what was written in the will? I'll pass. Why don't you ask my brothers? Stop making me talk so much. I have a sore throat. I don't care who you are. I don't have time for this. Azusa has a bit of a sore throat. It's not serious, but try to keep the conversation short, just in case. Oh, that's right. Miss Kiku is buried nearby at Kagura Temple. Thanks for the tip. Well, let's head to the temple. I appreciate your cooperation, Dr. Kamada, Miss Asusa. I think I'll be off now. I'm counting on you, young detective. So this is Kagura Temple. It's so quiet here. This is where Kiku's body rests. This is where Kiku is buried. The Ayashiro family's gravesite. I guess you can take this guy.
Are you? Don't mess around by the graves.
Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't my intention. A lot of old people in this game, I'm starting to realize.
Apparently.
It's like almost entirely old people.
You're not from here, are you? You're one of the idiots coming to explore the legend, huh? Well, I apologize for yelling at you.
Legend?
I'm Genshin, the chief priest here.
Nice to meet you. I'm Dick from Utsugi Detective Agency. I'd just like to ask.
What? A detective? What business does a detective have in the village like this?
Well...
Ah, the butler from the Ayashiro family. I understand his doubts, but that's absurd. Even the doctor confirmed her cause of death. Well, he was paid, so...
Yeah, doctor's paid off for sure. Even so, would you mind telling me what you know?
Very well then.
That sounds about Kiku. Did you notice anything odd about Miss Kiku's body?
No, not really. Miss Kiku is resting in peace.
Interesting choice you made. That one. Oh.
What's that?
Interesting choice you made for that voice.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about the legend you mentioned?
It's a rather disturbing story that has been circulating among the villagers. I feel like it's
I knew it was gonna transform into Kermit eventually. That's right.
Yeah, because you know what now, because you mentioned it, now I'm like conscious about it.
Yeah, I was thinking like it's like not quite Kermit, but I have a feeling it's gonna turn into Kermit.
God damn, now that's all I can think about you. It's a rather disturbing story that has been circulating among the villagers for generations.
What a great thing to talk about in the Kermit voice.
It's said that when the head of the Ayashiro family dies in vain, he will resurrect from the grave and murder anyone that has a grudge against. I believe this is due to this village's customs of burying the dead instead of cremating them.
You're saying Miss Kiku's body is still...
Of course, she's buried right here, body intact. Also, the Aishiro family has another story from the Sengoku period that's said to be the origin of the legend. But it probably isn't something I should share with an outsider.
Did you notice anything unusual about Miss Kiku before she died?
No, I don't think so. Miss Kiku was always so kind to me. We used to just talk and talk. It's a terrible loss.
Let's see. Anything... Let me open the grave. Let's do it. Let's fucking go open the grave. Damn.
Hey, I told you not to touch the graves.
I'm so surprised you didn't let us do that. Let's see. It's just you resting in peace. Legend of the Ashura family. Please, I'd like to hear it.
Hmm. Fine. During the Sengoku period, the Ayashiro family ruled this land as feudal lords. One day, they lost a battle, and those who managed to survive held a fort at Myojin Mountain. The enemy's lord, in order to make an example out of them, dug up the Ayashiro's ancestral graves one by one. After a long and gruesome final battle, Lord Ayashiro was executed, but he left a curse in his wake. When the war ended, the enemy's lord visited the village, only to die a mysterious death. Some say he went mad from the curse. Others say Lord Ayashiro rose from the grave and beheaded him. This is a story that has been passed down through generations and has now become a legend. At the end of the day, it's all folklore. Miss Kiku is resting peacefully. I'm sure of it. But
I'm
then
sure
let's open the
nobody's-
grave and see if she's really there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure no one will get bent out of shape over that legend.
Yep. You think you've heard enough? Pretty much all I can offer.
Yes, I think so. Thank you for sharing. Okay. And now with that said, we have some other places to visit. I think before we get to that, it would be a good time to take a break. So we will head to our next destination next time.